were sitting in one of our houses one night a couple of years ago, and being that he's a man that always speaks his mind, he said, I missed the long songs, the wordy songs that you used to write. What happened to those? And I felt on the spot, so I went and wrote one. And so this one is Robert's doing. This also is an autobiographical song, unlike the one I said earlier that's not about me. This one is about me. In Cambridge, Massachusetts, I got in it pretty deep. A poor little junko on IVB Leagued streets. I sang a song of sixpence about a grand corpulent moon, and it was over in a second, not a second over soon. I thumbed a ride to Boston where they offered me a hand. I declined the invitation 'cause I didn't understand. It all started in Virginia, 1966. Just a little bit of nothing down below that Mason-Dix. Dogwood and magnolia trees, Coca-Cola and sweet tea. Summers by the swimming pools, brothers breaking all the rules. I dreamed a song of sixpence about a grand corpulent moon. It was over in a second, not a second over soon. Well, I grew up straight and grew up strong while Watergate and Vietnam flickered on the Magnavox as I broke out in chicken pox. Russia had her sights on us. Children climbed aboard the bus. Parents raised an awful fuss. Didn't know who else to trust. The gas lines formed around the block. Old Ford ran on fumes. It was no age of innocence. Whitey landed on the moon. They got this saying down in Texas about how not to make a mess, but I messed around there anyways, just like all the rest. I dreamed my song of sixpence about a grand corpulent moon, and it was second after second after second after soon, as the gang and I together played like kings upon the hill. The fires that surrounded us, those fires are burning still. As we wished upon a lone star, I packed my meager grip and climbed aboard a caravan that took a mighty trip. Well, I took her love for granted, but I guess it had to be. The open road was calling, but was it calling me? Well, they dropped me down in New Orleans, etouffee, rice and beans, heat just like a mother's womb, the air of jasmine, perfume bloom, jukebox full of rhythm blues, Picayune ignored the news, high life at that sugar park, big muddy churning in the dark, won me over in a second, not a second over soon. I sang a song of sixpence and Eau Claire de la Lune. It's not over yet. Well, we got that party rolling and Mother Nature intervened and destroyed all that surrounded us in one chaotic scene. The poor ones didn't stand a chance, scattered by the circumstance. The rich fared little better, still they grudgingly picked up the bill. City, Philadelphia, Baltimore, D.C., Asheville, Nashville, it's all the same to me. I sang my song of sixpence about a grand corpulent moon, and it was second after second after second after soon. Well, I was whirling like a dervish, I was a dervish wreck. I said hooray for Hollywood, she bit me on the neck. 12, I found my way to Washington up on Puget Sound. And I said, and never for 1 second or 1 second for one soon will I chase my tail from hill to dale the way I used to do. So I've sung my song of sixpence about a grand corpulent moon, but it ain't over for 1 second, nor 1 second for one soon. Well, I've had my fun, don't doubt me, son, this ain't my final tune. My memories are like souvenirs, and flashes sometimes reappear like nickels from a slot machine, or tremors from a fever dream, or sweet familiar faces in all kinds of places that didn't have to like me, but so often they just do. As I sing a song of sixpence and a grand corpulent moon. Oh yeah.
I'm Robert Sarazin Blake. Join us for songs, guests, and special requests every Sunday from the kitchen table.